bless you back. Yeah. All right. So let's see, what do we got here? I reckon y'all have heard this line before. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, and you know the rest. You also probably noticed that it was written, we the people, not we the government. Because the founding fathers knew that the best ones to work for this order for a more perfect union is the people, and the government's role is to maintain a free environment to do so. We are governed by our consent, and the guidelines of such governance is laid out in our founding documents. And as long as the government operates within these parameters, then the government gets a hearty thumbs up, high up in the air. But when the government steps outside of said perimeters, then it's time for the government to get a hearty foot up to you know where. That meaning we're just gonna vote them out. We're not actually gonna kick them. I gotta put out that little disclaimer because they'll be like, did you hear that? That violent Tea Party is threatening to kick us. The consent of the governed, y'all. What a beautiful concept. But often, things of beauty can be negatively exploited. There's a culture that has blindly given their consent to be governed beyond the ideals of the founding fathers. And the funny thing is, the leftist culture doesn't even want to be governed. It wants to be provided for. Now, we see the government's role as a body of protection, whereas the left sees the government as a body of provisions. So of course the left is going to give their consent to bigger government because that means bigger provisions. Are they in for a rude awakening or what? Now, I'm no Mark Levin or David Barton, a couple of guys that really know something about our founding documents. Unlike our present chief defender of our Constitution, who's supposed to be an accredited authority on constitutional law, yet reads the founding documents like they're upside down. I don't have the education that our president has. So if I misinterpret some things in the founding documents, I kind of have an excuse. But even I can see that one of those documents does not say the Declaration of Dependence. It says the Declaration of Independence, amen. And the left has not awakened to the knowing that you can't be dependent on someone without allowing them to control you. And this leftist culture has given rise to the government that is more interested in controlling us than protecting us. This leftist culture is only interested in what they can get. They are motivated by self-interest, but camouflage their self-interest by donning the uniform of community interest. So this message isn't just for the government. It's for the leftist culture that has consented to the power the government is abusing. And a way to sum that up, we're taxed enough already. Now, I'm of the opinion that our economy will fare better if we tax outcome, not income. So, check this out. The government shall have the power to lay taxes according to Article 1, Section 8 of our Constitution, but it doesn't use the words income taxes, even though those words come up later in the 16th Amendment. But if the framers of our Constitution did mean for our income to be taxed, then there's a part in that Article 1, Section 8 that I think the left might want to take a look at. And it's the part that talks about uniformity of taxation throughout the United States. Uniform, as in the same, as in level, as in flat. income bracket differently than you would tax another one. You can't say to one income bracket, well, we'll tax you at 20% over here, but you with that juicy wallet over there, we're gonna tax you at 40% or more. Now, I'm not a fan of smoking at all. Sorry for you smokers, don't be mad. I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of smoking. But it ain't uniform to tax cigarettes at a higher rate than other products. That ain't uniform. Therefore, it's unconstitutional. Now, I go more in depth on my takes on taxes in my book, Paper, Ink, and What I Think. And so far, I haven't received any emails telling me that, man, your take on taxes is stupid. So I hope you'll grab a copy. But y'all, as long as there is a culture among us that believes that the government is the horn of plenty that can appease their entitlement mentality, we can say that we're taxed enough already till we're blue in the face. Because there are going to be people, Republican or Democrat, and anyone in between, who knows they'll gain more power by appealing to the entitlement mentality. The founding fathers established a Republican form of government. This is a constitutional republic. And for those, I'm glad you like it. I like it. And for those who are claiming to be a Republican in office, then I would recommend that you do your job to conserve our republic. This republic that the progressives are desiccating. And I mean to say desiccating because liberal policies suck. In other words, rhinos, be conservative Republicans, conserve our republic. That's your job. To all politicians, don't make the mistake of thinking we hired you to lead us. You're elected to represent us. And with all due respect to the people who are calling for new leadership, I offer you this. If you're asking for leadership, what that sounds like to me is that you're looking for someone for us to follow. It's not up to them to come up with a plan for us to follow. One, that plan's already been written. But I won't go there right now. I'll hold it. But I'll give you another plan, and it's very simple. You're alive. You're free. And if you want to partake in some of that happiness that they're talking about, it's up to you to go get it. The pursuit of happiness has to be carried out by you. No politician can lead you to happiness. It's not about electing people to draw plans to lead our lives. It's about electing people to represent us and defend our God-given rights to lead our own. I want my vote to go to the persons who understand that their job is to protect us from the ones who want to control us. Now, don't get me wrong, there are situations where leadership is good. Good leadership in the military, good leadership in law enforcement, good leadership in business management, etc. There are circumstances where it is necessary to control a certain body of people, but it should never be necessary for the government to control us.